All right, welcome back to the show. You're watching TV47 Breakfast. Thank you so much for staying with us. My name is Annie Odida, and kama kawaida, Wednesday is time for your favorite show. Kama si your favorite, I'm going to force it down your throat. It must be your favorite. Today we have a very wonderful segment, and the conversation you're having is around gender expectations. Are gender expectations killing love? So interact with us even as you ponder on that question. TV47 Kenya on Facebook and on YouTube, or next at TV47 Digital. The question of the day that we're asking you online: in today's relationships, do traditional gender roles still matter, or should couples define their own rules? Once again, in today's relationships, do traditional gender roles still matter, or should couples define their own rules? That's our question of the day, and our WhatsApp line is also active, 0793-267-279. Talk to us, tuambie, what do you think? Just send us a voice note or a video of yourself as you contribute, as you comment, as you send in your feedback on our conversation of the day. Are gender expectations killing love? You can tag me at Annie_Dida across all social media platforms, so it can be easier for us to sample your feedback live on the show. On set today, I have Hannah. Karibu tena Hannah, how are you?
I'm good.
You well?
Yeah, I'm well.
Kuonyesha kwenye umetoka?
Sana.
Unasikiaje kwa show leo?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Skuli, happy new year.
Happy new year.
Hadi ukakuwa wakili.
Yeah, man.
Ama umekuanga wakili?
Niko tunakuanga.
Umekuanga wakili?
Yeah.
But where have you been?
Just around.
What's there? You're happy to be here?
Happy to be here.
Sasa, before I even introduce Daktari, you know Collins is also joining us on set today. Collins is one of us, yeah? So I was talking to Daktari on the side, and I was telling Daktari, you know, Kolo leo ameingia show na sisi. Daktari is saying usually after every Wednesday, Collins and the rest of my colleagues wanakuanga na kamkunji kadogo hapo kuendeleza conversation, because usually time apparently is not enough for this conversation on Relationship Wednesday. So we're bringing in Collins on set leo atuambie what his takes are with regard to the conversation ya leo sasa. Are gender expectations killing love? Kolo, karibu.
Thank you so much.
Unasikiaje kwa show yangu?
Nasikia fiti.
Nasikia poa?
Ya poa kabisa.
That's what we love to hear. Daktari, now last week you were not here. Ulikuwa wapi?
And I missed you all guys.
Aki tulikumiss jamani. We missed you, but sasa tungefanya nini? Where were you? What happened? You slept?
I had an appointment somewhere. Ambaye haingekuwa cancelled.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the conversation of the day. And I want us to start from that very point, our question of the day, so that we can just, you know, chime in on that. In today's relationships, do traditional gender roles still matter, or should couples define their own rules? Hannah, unajua ukikaa kando ya host unakuanga wa kwanza always. What do you think?
So we can say looking at some cultures, we can avoid giving it a chance more than, okay, you can prefer now letting the couple make their own rules, because like some cultures you find like Masailand uko north, okay,
Yeah.
wanafinyilianga wanawake sana. Women's
experience? Yeah. Okay.
Like kuna venye mwanamke hananga say. So if we say like we give the culture a priority, you see that gender hazitakuwa equally balanced ama favored. So it depends with the culture. If it's favoring everybody, then you can go with it. But if it's not favorable, then let the couples meet. Now we modernize things. Some things which were traditional zilikuwa zinafinyilia watu wengine, and now we are modernized. You need to change things here and there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because nafinyilia watu wengine ni women. Let's react to a question of the day, Schoolie. In today's relationships, do traditional gender roles still matter, or should couples define their own rules?
On my perspective, I think their couples should make their own goals. You know, traditional, it is contradicting, and the more contradicting it is, then the more confusing it is to us. You know, it is expecting us to live modernly, yet it blames us when we don't. So ina to contradict na especially to men.
Yeah.
Unaambia umekaliwa. Unaona? And sasa
ukidate in the traditional
setup. Like sasa ukidate in a modern way yenye unatuambia tukue, so inakuwa ni kama tumekaliwa.
Okay.
And we are just being emotionally available. Ukikuwa emotionally available, then the society confuses that to being kukaliwa na bibi.
So you'd rather just be a traditional man?
Like hiyo ilipitwa na wakati. Yeah, let them be, let us be.
All right. Daktari, what do you think? Are traditional gender roles, do they matter in 2026?
I will say this, to a level they matter. Because there are things that we are wired as men to do that we are not good at. There are things we are good at, there are things we are not good at as men.
Yeah.
There are things women are good at, we are not good at. Now, for example, taking care of kids. You will, like for a man, if I'm with my son, I will rough him up, I'll throw him up.
Yeah.
My wife, on the other hand, will be like almost screaming, saying, I want to kill that boy. So you see, and that is, it is healthy for that young man to grow with those kind of things. Because you realize that there are things as a man you will impart because you are a man. There are things as a woman you will impart because you are a woman. And that balance is needed. But now when it comes to physical chores, those are the things that most time we argue about.
Yeah.
I will say this, there are people who are very traditional. Now, if you try to remove them from the mold of traditionalism, you will create imbalance. Because it has been created that way for such a long time, that if you try to modernize that person, that marriage may break. So you got to leave them in that category until they come up to a place where they are comfortable. Now, for example, for me, I grew up knowing that a man should not get into the kitchen.
Yes.
But there are times that I want to go and cook something that has got a man's touch in it. Nyama imechomeka kidogo.
Yeah.
So I felt like I wanted to go to that kitchen. And eventually I had to break some of those traditional things and go to the kitchen and do myself what I want. And but there are some things I will not allow my wife to do, like changing tires. Can you imagine sawa wife yako akionekana huko anainua magari?
Strong woman, independent woman.
Kweni strong, lakini mnashindwa kuchange tire. So there are some things that are created naturally for women to do and naturally for men to do. But I think the balance is what is needed. We have to also change with the times. Now I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I went to, sometimes I travel, so I went to the US and I'm living in this person's house. And of course, here in Kenya, women are the ones who sort garbage. But in America, a woman is seen carrying garbage to the garbage truck, kama kuweka nje hao.
Yeah.
Uwe mwanaume hapewi heshima. So me, I'm waiting and I'm seeing the guy of the house every day wakes up, peleka garbage. Ndio jamaa amekaliwa kama vile anasema. But later now I understood that's their culture.
Yeah.
So every area has got a mold of their tradition, and it is not a weakness to do some things. It is a decision. So you can agree on some of the things. Lakini kuna zingine no.
Kuna zingine umekataa. Na utakuja unatuambia ni gani hizo utaki. Collins, do you think traditional gender roles still matter in 2026? Ama, as couples now, you should be sitting down and coming up with your own rules.
First of all, I want to say, basi kwanza amesema point zangu.
Amekuibia.
Amesema point zangu.
Naona amfai kukaa wawili.
But anyway, first of all, I want to say I'm not a believer of equality. Hakuna kitu kama equality. Equality does not exist. As he has said, there are things we are good at doing, and there are things that women are good at doing. Number two, whenever it comes to dating in the modern times, we have these expectations of men and women that are greatly affecting relationships. For example, as a man, you're judged based on your ability to provide, your status. As a woman, you're judged based on your purity, you're judged based on your beauty.
Adi purity?
It is, however much you want to dispute it, it is true. What wakiongelea stories about body count, that is what I mean.
All right.
Understand what I'm saying? So whether you want to agree or not, we are always judged based on our abilities, on each gender's abilities. Now it leads to people not being authentic. It leads to a lot of performance. Unaelewa? So for example, kama nataka kupeleka msichana date, nikimwambia nimpeleke for example Sanford, atakata. Oh, ni cheap. but anataka kupeleka wapi some very high end 5-star place. Is it about the place ama is it about the quality of the time? But what is happening right now, you are expected to perform. So what does it lead to? People not being authentic, people not being real. Na nowadays hizi relationships zinaanguka. Uwezi, for example, as a man, uweze niambie bibi yako, leo kidogo sijaangukia pesa mzuri. Leo niko down. So what do most men do? Most men prefer, they would rather sink in debt. Akava image yake kama mwanaume because of the societal expectation. Na ile image mwanaume alipatiwa.
In his relationship.
In his relationship.
This happens, daktari?
Kama naongea uongo.
That's true. You know, what we're talking about, today generation, is about their standards have been put. That number one, job, kuna mambo ya gari, unaishi wapi. There are girls who probably will never get married because of where they come from. Simply because they come from a certain estate. Inaambua mademwa hii area ukwaga hivyo. So you see there's already a standard and they are good people in those estates or whatever. So those notions has to change. Hiyo kitu ya kuwekewa standards dinaharibu. And you know anything that is founded on fake will eventually collapse. And that is why you're finding relationships are not staying enough. I met my wife, I got married, I lost my job. And I came home and I said I've lost my job. Now, if she was probably the today,
the modern woman,
she would have left. But she stayed 2 years, 3 years, jobless.
Ukikaa tu home.
Si ati najaribu. Na nakuja home, hiyo kolo nasema uwezi sema, nakuja nasema sina kitu. Na bado tunaendelea. Today jamaa jaribu hiyo story, sina kitu. Atambua inje.
Ni mbaya.
Ni mwecheche. Skuli, you know when Colin says, you know, a woman is judged by the things, some things like, you know, a purity, for example. Is that something that will matter to you in this day and age?
To any man of sane mind, it does matter.
How so?
But I would like to allude to what Daktari and Collins once said wakianza, that kuna vitu ladies are good at and men are good at. Those are some of the traditional cultures that we should forget. Because where is the fun in this relationship? If assuming me and this girl are dating, zile vitu wanajua and we probably have a kid, nifunze, like let show me some things, let me show you some things, let it make it fun. But sasa kuachia vitu zingine, mimi uniachie vitu zingine, it's not even fun. It's not even making sense. Let us make it make sense. But for purity, it does count. Unajua? Ni kama kuangalia, ukinunua gari ni kama kuangalia mileage. It's so important, because ikiwa imeenda sana, mileage kama imeenda sana, like utaiconsider juu as a man itakuonesha how longest can this person stay.
See, people change. People change for the ones they want to change. But she's changing for you.
It never.
Why are you changing for me?
See, she wants to settle. She wants to settle.
That is
that is fake,
let me ask you.
That is fake.
Listen, let me ask you. Now that men, you know, you rate women, looking at their purity, how about if also women would also rate men with your purity?
You know, ladies do love mountainers. Females love mountainers, you know. Like female hawatakangi mtu wa kukuja like kujifunza na wao. Unaona? Like wasichana wanatakanga mse who have experienced a traveler, a mountainer. Unaona? But sasa,
so you're saying for women, imati women asiangalie how far you've gone with your, you know, they call it curiosity. With your exploration journey, umegonga. So women should not look at that.
Okay, this is how we can put it. We can put it. Go for whatever works for you. Unaelewa? If you're comfortable with the high mileage, endea hiyo. Lakini usikuje kucomplain baadaye. Go for what works.
So unasema kuna consequences.
Wewe endea kile.
Hannah, what do you think? What do you think? Because men are saying they will look at you and see if you're pure to settle with you. That is what I'm getting from this.
The problem is, we've ever had this conversation with my friends. The guys were arguing when a guy's like has been with a lot of partners, they do it out of fun. But when a woman has had a lot of partners, they have put emotions there. So when a man has done it, like you just have experience, but you are not there. Your heart is not there.
Yeah.
But when a woman has done it severally, she can go back to another partner because there are emotions. But it's equally unrealistic. Just go for eventually just go for who works for you, because even the man can go back there, maybe not feel satisfied and go back to a partner, even if the emotions or not. So it is unrealistic. It's affecting both of them.
Daktari, this issue of purity, what do you think of it? Should it be an issue in 2026? I know we're talking about expectations, and this is one of the expectations, right? We're talking about modern day dating. Should purity be something on the table that you are going to settle with a man or a woman as to how they're pure, how the purity looks like, if if their mileage has gone high and high, or if their mileage is still low, as they put it? Does it matter?
I think, let's say the ideal is that everybody wants something that is pure. But now here, I have to say that purity, there is a difference between purity and usage. Because there is somebody who is weighing purity as somebody who has had partners. Maybe, I mean, how many partners have you had?
Yeah.
Body count, as he says it. And there is another person who probably has gone through the same mileage, but they were with one person. So, bado ametumika tu vile.
Yeah.
But looking at life as a counselor, I have seen people who have come from challenging backgrounds where they are, if you would say, impure.
Yeah.
But because of determination and who they have chosen, like what Colin has said, wokiamua ni huyu, if you are able to settle with that person and enjoy life, then let it be. So it is a matter of choice. And sometimes I say, as men, I think we are selfish. Because we will put standards for purity.
Yeah.
But because as our measure is not possible to measure, unless we say. Somebody can wake up. There is nothing where you can say, if a guy says I'm a virgin and he looks like one, and he walks like one,
Yes.
and probably he's not, there's no way you can prove.
Yeah.
But for a lady, it is possible to prove.
Yeah.
I don't know why God put it that way. So I think we have wrong standards. But the thing is, I say, you will attract who you are. You will attract. If you are not a pure person, and purity starts with the mind and the heart. If you are not, you will eventually get what you are looking for. So I will say it is important for everybody outside there, keep your standard. Especially a standard of purity. If you're getting into especially what we call marriage, purity is very important. There is what we call, where we make fun and we say there is what we call virginity.
Yeah.
There is primary virginity, where you come back after maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
There is also tertiary. Labda ulikomenda sana. Sasa unarudia. Tertiary unasema I've changed. Kuna pia ile ya PhD. Labda now you had done too much. You can still come back and walk a pure life. We have testimonies of ladies who have been in the streets.
Yeah.
And they are married and making marriages work. So I would not write off anyone on earth that they are not
based
pure.
on purity.
It is all a matter of mind change.
Collins, what are men's expectations of women?
What are men's expectations of women? What do you expect from women? How we look at it is a very challenging question in this sense, because if I speak, I'm speaking about from my point of view. Ndakwambia nini? Maybe I expect a submissive woman. I expect a woman who supports me, who speaks life into me. Nona. A woman who I can count on. Nona. A woman who, hata nikimwambia shida gani, she will not use my vulnerability against me, because what is happening, due to the societal expectations of a man that they should be strong, hii kitu huwa ina culminate into something, for example, unapata mwanaume because and is expected to be very strong as a man, hufai kuonekana ukilia, you are a very weak man. So what do most men do? They suppress the emotions. In the long run, hizi emotions zake za ziko suppressed huwa zinaenda kutoka kama anger. That is why unasikianga mtu amekosana na bibi yake.
Yeah.
Due to zile emotions mingi amesuppress. Anaenda kuwa bibi yake anagonganisha and he kills everyone. Not because he's a bad person, but because there was no mechanism that was created for men to be able to express themselves. Wewe umeambia wewe nyamazia, unalia kwa nini? Why? Life becomes hard for everyone. We all feel pain.
Yeah.
Lakini society inatuambia usisikie uchungu. Sasa wewe usikie uchungu na bibi yako asikie uchungu. You understand what I'm saying? It is very bad. We have some very unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Sisemi mwanaume kulia, pia siwezi sema don't be too emotional pia. You are allowed to be emotional, you are allowed to be vulnerable, lakini pia si sana. Maisha yetu ni ngumu that it does not require a lot of vulnerability. Inataka mimi nakuambia ukweli, maisha ya mwanaume ni ngumu because let me ask you.
Nataka kumpimia kwenye emotional.
This is what I'm saying. I want to put a scenario whereby unaona vile nyinyi mnalianga out of anything.
Yes.
Imagine if how women are, that is how men are.
See, that's good. That's
No,
okay.
that is where you go wrong. Ask me why.
Why?
Acha nikwambie Odida. Right from birth, mwanaume ukigrow up, you are expected to be strong. Is it bad? No, it is not. Why? Because number one, biologically, wanaume hawana emotions mingi kama wanawake. Si ni ukweli? If you look at it from a very you can eat a philosophical ama from another realm, the reason mbona hatuna emotions mingi is because of our hormones biologically, si ndio? But hapa ndio hormones zetu hapa ndio emotions zetu zina come into place. Life becomes hard for every man. So nikishinanga kulia, okay, hata nilie, ni mimi bado nitaamka kutafuta. So wewe maliza kulia, but you still have to go and do it. Hauna time ya kusema ati sasa leo juu nimekosa pesa, maisha ni ngumu. Hata ikuwe ngumu, wake up. Men were created to be strong. We hold, actually it is men who hold the backbone. Men are the backbone of the society. Si wanawake.
All right, just hold on to that thought. Let's get some feedback now. Are gender expectations killing love? That's the conversation you're having this morning on Relationship Wednesday. And we are also asking you, in today's relationships, do traditional gender roles still matter, or should couples define their own rules? Use the hashtag TV47 breakfast, hashtag story ni yetu across all social media platforms. Tuanze kule Facebook. Tracy says, nowadays relationships ni teamwork, si competition. Couples should create rules zinawaka kwao. That is Tracy. We have Dennis from Nakuru and he says, mwanaume akifanya kazi za nyumba haisemi amepoteza masculinity, maisha imechange. Okay. We have Mercy from Nyeri and she says, traditional roles bado matter, lakini respect ndio muhimu kuliko nani anafanya nini. So for Mercy, respect is all that matters. Skuli, what are your expectations of your woman in 2026?
Just like the one who just commented, I had Mercy or something. When a female loves, mwanamke anapenda through respect. Not just by words or even say by actions. Msichana anakupenda, atakuonesha anakupenda through respect. So I expect you should not tell me that you love me. Just show me by the kind of respect you're giving me. Because with disrespect, hata uniambia unanipenda mara ngapi doesn't count. Yeah, respect.
Respect for you, Skuli. Skuli is a very simple man. Yeye ni respect peke yake. Hannah, what are your expectations of a man in 2026?
Okay, as much as the world is changing, and now when it comes to financially, you just have to look at it as much as you are.
Finances first.
Okay, no, you know, there is something, okay, there are marriages which are working where the woman is maybe ndo analeta 70% and the man labda 30 for reasons, maybe she has a better job, but eventually kuna madharau itaingilia na kuna venye respect itapungua in most of the cases. So when it comes to financially, okay, mnasaidiana lakini it just has to be there to be checked. From there we have respect, of course. You need a man who respects you. You need a man who will even support you. Adi, kuna, especially when it comes to now when the time comes for you to give birth. You know, some men, okay, wanaume siku hizi, when you tell them there's something like postpartum depression, they're like, what is this nonsense? What is this depressing? Huh?
Depressive, yeah.
Yeah, depressing. Yes, so you need a man who will understand you, respect you, and show you the love when you need it most. That is mostly what I'd look at in a man.
Would you do 70-30?
Personally, I will do. Okay, I'll do it if the man, okay, mnajua mnaelewana, si mwanaume bado ako violent ama toxic, you're still providing. So why are you in that relationship? The man is not respecting you, bado ako abusive maybe, you're still providing the most in the house. So why should you, okay, why do you need, maybe for the kids, but no, I'm not staying there.
Even for the kids, is it okay to stay, Daktari, when the relationship is not stable and respectful and just a good environment for survival?
I will say that kids need a safe environment. And they never bring themselves to the world. So it is a responsibility of the couple to determine the environment which they raise their kids. Because if they don't do that, one thing that will happen, they will raise up kids that are damaged, that will bring back negatives to the society. Because kids, the first environment they learn from is home. So if, and that's why it calls for maturity. You need to do a personal check. And that is where now expectations, where you find people have wrong expectations. Somebody wants to get married because they are looking for happiness. Now you're putting the demands on happiness on somebody else's life. And nobody can make you happy. So it is you to decide you're getting into this marriage because I'm happy and I want to be a provider of happiness for somebody else. But now when you put your expectation that the other person is the one who is supposed to make you happy, I think that is a wrong expectation. Number two, you'll find a lot of people, especially ladies, they expect to marry a mind reader. You know, somebody who says, you see, like understanding. I like the statement understanding, anielewe. Lakini ni lazima useme unataka kuelewa, uelewe vipi. Because let me tell you, assuming you're expecting your guy to buy you roses on Feb 14.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know whether they are roses. Yeye kwa amegrow kwa forest. Hata maua si kitu important. No, unless you communicate that. And now you are annoyed because he didn't do it. I think that is something that is so wrong.
Kitu kama maua si rocket science.
Wacha nikwambie. Let me tell you something.
Maua, si hata utatembea kwa street uone maua. Sasa maua inauzwa kwa kila street.
Hata kama inauzwa. Wacha, you know, let your wife tell you, you know, let her say, these are the things I like. Now, unfortunately, you know, like now, all the ladies in the world, almost all of them, ile kitu wananiagawa say ni wallet, na watch, na boxer, na socks. In fact, unapataga every 14th umejaziwa ma socks ziko hapo. Sasa hata
amtaki
lazima ujui labda mwanaume anaweza taka kitu ingine. But the thing is, it is also the responsibility of the man to say, me staki socks. If you want to buy me something, buy me this and that. So this thing of getting married to ati unaishi na prophet anaonagafa, it's not right. Especially for ladies. If you want something, tell it to your man. Wacha atiatiana guess. Alafu namkasirikia baadaye.
And you see, the most ironical thing about kile anasema about women, you women say majority of the men are bad communicators.
Kwani uongo?
Na hapo sasa ndio nakuja.
Is it a lie though?
You say men are bad communicators, ndio. But then if we are bad communicators, then kwa nini wewe unanyamaza? I'm expecting nyinyi mnafaa ku lead by showing us what communication is. Alisema point nyingine ya maana sana. Point ya finances. As always, mwanaume unajaji yango based on your finances. But do you know what is happening in this generation? As we said, hebu uliza swali yako tena. Uliza swali hii issue.
Gender expectations killing relationship.
Hapo sasa. Gender expectation killing relationship. And if you remember, I started by saying all about authenticity. I can tell you for fact, women are not unconditional lovers. Women are conditional lovers, stroke opportunistic lovers. Men are unconditional lovers.
How so?
How so? How so? Aya, wewe ukipoteza kazi, mimi naweza kaa na wewe. Na sitawahi enda kusema siri zako. I'm just talking about what we can basically relate with. Wacha upoteze kazi kama mwanaume, anakuanga bure. That is what happens majority of the times. Not always, but majority of the times. Haya. On the issue of finances, kama hauna pesa, are you worthy as a man?
Are you? Si ni kama ni nyinyi men ndio mnaelekea hiyo tag ya you know I have to be financially stable to feel like a man.
Sisi tulimekizo rules. Sisi tumezaliwa tumezipata that tumeambiwa. But what I'm saying, this generation, what is happening right now? In fact, let me talk to the married men. Most of these married men are single. They are only a step away from being single.
We have a long-serving member there right next to you.
I'm saying majority. Yes, sasa kuna bahati. Maybe alianza na background mzuri, maybe foundation yake ilikuwa sawa. But what is happening right now? Majority of the men are one step away from being single. Siwache wasote uone. My wife, my man, you are only my man kama uko na pesa. Kosa pesa uone. It is bad bana.
Daktari, I want you to also chime in on that point of what are men's expectations on women. We'll be coming back to you, Colin. So tuambie, what has changed? Why are married men, you know, just one step away from being single? But Daktari, what are men's expectations of women?
What I hear most, and that's a very nice question. What I hear most from men have got no problem looking for the money. They have no problem working hard. In fact, in the late 1800s, a certain organization did an advert for asking for guys to enroll for a job. And the description was, this job is risky, you may die, you'll spend months in very harsh conditions, and if you don't die, the possibility of coming back home disabled is very high. Now, they expected nobody. But the numbers of men that turned up to get that job were so many. They asked, why are you coming in? This job can kill you. They were like, that's who we are. We love adventure, like he said, mountaineers.
Yeah.
We love toughness. That is our being. Now, all what men are looking for is a woman who will fund the vision that they have. Do you know it is encouraged that for most men, especially in the army, when they are going for war, either get a girlfriend or get married? Because when you know you have a wife at home, you're likely to stay alive. So if you get a woman who can be able to just be the encourager, that when you come with half a kg meat, hakuulizi, wanaume wengine wananunua mbuzi huo nakuja na 1 kg. Na akiangalia nyama kilo moja anasema wewe ni wale wanaume wanaweza nunua ng'ombe wakipata do. Nakwambia huo mwanaume atapata. But we have, and I'm not blaming all women, but we have a number of them on a comparison. What men don't want is to be compared with another man. I don't want to sit here niambiwe kuwa kaa wakili, kuwa kaa kolo. I am me. You challenge me to the next level. Fund the visions that I have. And let me tell you, a man will get you the world if he knows that you value what he's doing and that he has a vision. Today, if you listen to those guys who are at the top, look behind. Behind every successful man is a woman. It is true. It's either a woman who said you can make it, or a woman who discredited him akasema wanaume kaa wewe hakuna pale unaenda. Hiyo kitu pia inaweza kusukuma mbaya sana. So men are looking for helpers, supporters, encouragers. Yes.
Skuli, you wanted to chime in on something?
Yeah, I wanted to she talked about something about financial.
Ilikugusa, nilikuona sana vile.
You know, ladies are turning relationships like a job interview where a man is the only man trying. Here is the case. He mentioned some, like amesema kuhusu financial, mtaketi muongee msikizane. Like hizo mara za kwanza mkiongea msichana atajifanya maraika wa nuru. Lakini mkiingia hapo ndani, let me tell you, if you lack, then utaambiwa man up. Unaona? Like ladies, you expect us to initiate dates, to buy gifts, to do everything. And actually to propose, mbona nilikuwa nimesahau hiyo, unaona? But msichana akipropose inaonekana ni so odd, unaona? So those
You'd rather a woman propose?
No, like those are your expectations, and that is what is killing love and relationships out here, unaona?
Aje?
What do you mean? Expectation, like you expect it is only a man who should do all these things, unaona?
So
what is the problem with a woman?
Minutes. Unaenda mbio sana. Would you prefer a woman apige magoti chini, propose to a man?
Love is not a one-way street. Love ni a two-way street. It is not only about me. It is not only a man that should do. Unajua wasichana mnaangalianga kitu mwanaume anaweza fanya. That is why hata nilikuwa nimeumwa na hiyo story ya finances juu. Msichana, you are confusing your father's responsibility to be your boyfriend's responsibility. It doesn't work that way. Hey. Na vitu like unaona kama hiyo ya kupropose hiyo yenye pia imekuuma. Hizo ni vitu tunafaa hizo ni vitu tunafaa tutoke huko bwana. We are past those ages. Like would it hurt? Would you die proposing?
Anyway,
you don't have to kneel down to say that you
would you propose, Hannah, to a man?
Proposing meaning you have a ring and no, I can't do it.
Collins, would you rather a woman propose?
Mimi asi kama anataka si waste time. Akuja tu aniambie nakutaka songe. Okay, ubaya iko wapi? What is the fault in it?
With everything I've seen online?
No, can I tell you what the fault is?
Yes.
Can I tell you the fault is with everything that you have seen online?
Yes.
Is only that women cannot handle rejection. Hiyo tu ndio inakuanga shida yenu.
Sasa tena imechange to women can't handle rejection, daktari.
But is a reality.
We've talked on this show tukasema it's men who can't handle rejection.
Sisi we handle rejection, it is part of our life.
Daktari, chime in. What do you think?
Women are always rejected.
Na tumezoea.
I will disagree with these two dudes for now about proposing. You know, there is a joy, and I'm not saying it is. Women can propose strategically. Sile na kutaka. Unakuwa kaa Ruth. Unajua Ruth alipeleka strategic, anaonyesha nenye
your people will be
I am acceptable.
Yes.
I'm approachable. Sasa lakini why I'm saying proposal should come from a man, you know, we are created hunters. There is a joy in pursuit. There is a joy in catching. Ndio nasikiaga mwanaume, unasikiaga wengine wanasemaga, did you see, unaona ule mtu niko na yeye. So that pursuit is usually nice. But what I believe they are saying, it is you propose by where you place yourself. You see, like in sales, the product sales inasemaga kizuri cha jiuza.
Yes.
So weka ni kizuri, wacha kukaa nyuma ya mameza huko. Strategically sit in a place where a guy can know this one is already saying I don't mind you. Lakini now you're being pursued. You're not even showing like you have an interest. Na interest imeja huko ndani. You're almost saying a big yes, but you're not saying it. So that's what I would say. Women, if you know you like a person, wacha kumpeleka. Hii generation pia ni ile ya instant. Haitaki ati anakufuata ati 2 years bado ati you are still I'm praying. Ati no. Atasonga. Then you'll be left hurting. And as you said, vile nasema, most women, rejection, of course, as men, we fear proposing because of that no. Because all the energy you could propose, it's like the hunting energy. You are ready to kill that animal in the forest. Now, the same thing is what proposing is like. You have released the entire you. Like he said, men love unconditionally. Kwa hivyo nasema nataka kumari, ameangusha ile yote japaki na kitu. Then asikie no. That crushes a man. But now you ladies, I think, being emotional, if you said you want a guy and he said no, I think that would, the emotions may never heal.
See, I just cry usiku and then tomorrow I wake up and go
you
back
wake up
to the
saying you
market.
hate men kwa social media. We see these things, bwana.
No, unaona sasa ni nyinyi, the type of women you see.
Because you see, I can tell you why you don't love rejection. Unajua wewe kama mwanamke ukiangalia hivi, ukiamka kwa kioo ujiangalia hivi uko like nakaa poa. Yaani mtu anaweza nikataa. Sisi hata tuka hivi, no matter how handsome we are. Tunaendanga tu, najua mimi ni handsome, but then at the back of my mind niko like najua tu naweza kataliwa. Maybe mimi si type yake.
Let's hear from Hannah. Hannah, can you handle rejection?
Okay, me I actually feel kwa lady I'm hit more because you'll be like, una as a lady sasa expectations ni ziko kwako, si sasa hapa tuangalia ati job or something most of the time. So uta doubt your beauty, ushangae mbona alinikataa, am I not enough, like beauty like unaweza kuwa na self esteem kidogo. Lakini sasa for a man inaweza kuwa rahisi kujua labda sasa maybe tu ni financially, one you dem labda after my money na sina hiyo do. But for a woman itakuhit, utakaa, ndio maana labda watu hadi huenda BBL or something of the sort, ama unaanza tu kufanya vituko juu. Sasa unaona ni kama hauko enough ukiwa venye uko. So kwa ladies niwe ita change more kuliko men. Anaweza change labda character ama venye amekuwa, ama inaitwa nini, actions hapa pale.
So women, we go for modification if you're told no. Interesting. Let's get more feedback from social media. Are gender expectations killing relationships? And that's the question you're asking you online. Use the hashtag TV47 breakfast, hashtag story ni yetu. Let's tunaanzia wapi sasa? Anonymous Wathika anasema, honestly I cheated once because communication ilikuwa imeisha kabisa kwa relationship yetu. So kwake communication was an issue. Brian from Eldoret says, mimi nililelewa nikijua mwanaume ndiyo provider, but sahi economy imebadilika, lazima mshikane. Huyo ni Brian. And we also have Kevin from Mombasa anasema, niliacha relationship juu nilikuwa nabebwa kila responsibility peke yangu kama mwanaume, ili nichosha mentally. Alright, so kwake ana feel ni kama alikuwa anabeba a lot of responsibilities, on his back. But daktari, there's conversations I've seen going around on X, even on TikTok, that for you as men, when a woman proposes to you, there's a way you feel like your masculinity is being stripped of you. That you're losing your value. Ni kama huyu mwanamke alikaa chini akasema ati sasa huyu mwanaume naona ni kama hataki kufanya kazi yake. Sasa akaona ni kama like a woman, she needs to propose to me first. I don't know what you think about that, because some men think that now if a woman, approaches you and proposes that way, maybe for marriage, you feel less of a man.
I think it's also what would say wrong mentality. Because if a person likes you and values you, they can actually say about it. But now it's what you'd call the traditional mentality that also has crept into our minds, that every time a woman comes up and says maybe she likes you or she admires you and she wouldn't mind being with you, then it's like it has come easily. And I wouldn't mind if I was doing business and suddenly I go into an office and I get a contract so easily. I would be happy. So I think what affects men, it is the stories they hear. You always hear that, mi dem alikuwa amenikataa, nikamsukuma naye, alikuwa sijui na majamaa watatu wanamtaka. So that ka winning thing. We are created, men love competition. They like winning.
Just hold on to that thought, Daktari. Ndo tuchukue this call from Kericho. Eunice, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, talk to us.
Hello.
Yes, Eunice, you're watching TV47 Breakfast. What's your comment or feedback? Eunice?
My comment.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Talk to us, Eunice. Daktari, yes, we can pick up from that point. Men love
competition.
Competition, yes.
They like competing, they like winning. Actually, the aspect is winning. So I think the thrill of winning is so much that sometimes when they approach, or the lady is the one now who is coming in easily, they almost feel like they have not enjoyed the ride. If you look at our roads, you will find there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
People who are not going the same direction, but they're overtaking each other crazily, simply because it's a man who is trying to prove that I can drive faster than the other person.
Yeah. We have Eunice back on the line, Daktari.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get her this time. Eunice, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, talk to us.
My comment ni kuwa
Yes.
si hivyo, inafaa kuwa kama ni mtu ameapproach, hata kama ni lady, kuna venye yeye pia anasikia.
Yes.
Sasa they don't need to kufikiria vibaya. Anabidi tu wa accept.
Yes.
Sasa kufikiria vibaya ati mtu amesikia aje.
So women pia sisi tunafaa kupropose to men?
Yeah, your feeling.
All right. I love
You
it.
have to take your step.
Okay. Thank you so much, Eunice, for your feedback. We hear you. That is another lady. Amekuja akasema, that is the first one. Amesema we should propose also to men. I've done it before, actually. Yeah.
Iliendaje?
Turned out good. Turned out good. I later ended it.
But-
You know, it's good. That is why we have this show every day.
But
I
you
thi-
did
I
not die.
And I could have died later on. I died in the way I lost interest in that relationship. So that is death in its own. But actually, we were talking. Thank you so much, Eunice, for that. Keep watching, keep interacting with us even as we continue, talking about this topic of the day, agenda, expectations, killing love. Daktari, men love competition,
So that's what I was saying.
Yes.
You'll find on the roads, people will compete, and they're not going the same directions. So that there's always that excitement about competing and winning. So when it comes so easily, that's where it confuses the man. But what I'm saying, if a woman should propose, you as a man, I think you need to analyze yourself and ask yourself, are you saying no simply because out of pride, because you don't want to be said yeye ndiye alikatiwa, ama is it genuinely that you don't like that person? And some men, the reason why they will not accept a proposal, because they find it very hard. Men don't like hurting women. On a genuine na ndio unapata sasa kuna maboys wengi sana hapa wako kwa relationship, wanatusikiza, anasikia hii relationship haifai kwenda mahali. Lakini they marry and they continue out of pity.
Then they cheat.
Then they cheat, which is, I say, it is wrong.
Okay.
So hiyo huruma inaweka watu ndani. So I would say, if you are going to propose as a woman, be very sure. Me, I would say, umesikia Mungu. Kwa sababu ikienda wrong, it may hurt you a lot. And know how to say it in such a way. It should be, I think a woman's proposal should be auto-suggestions. Not ati wakili, mi nakupenda nataka unioe.
Yeah.
That's very scary.
Utafanya mtu akimbie. But Collins, I want you to also just expound on that topic that you started.
Yeah.
That a lot of married men are just one step away from being single. When you started by mentioning about finances, right? Then what changed along the way? Because kitambo, during the days of our parents, I know my mother was working, alikuwa na earn very well, my father was also earning very well at the time, yeah? But that was not an issue. Issues to do finances and all that. Then what changed in this dynamic, in this day and age?
Social media changed everything. Siku hizi, as I said, for example, like allow me to use dates and flowers and gifts. Most of the time inakuanga mwanamke anataka kubaiwa gift, a post, because that is what we see. Aonesha wengine.
Show off.
Hata mimi naweza pata wanaume kama hawa. You understand what I'm saying? So what does that trickle down to? We have a performance culture. On this issue of married men being a step away from being single. Ukikaa chini na most married men and married women, especially married women, ukikaa chini kuongea na wao, they don't marry the men that they loved or liked. They marry the men who can be a source of security to her and her kids. So it trickle down to finances. So if you're no longer able to provide that security, na hiyo ndo mademu wengi wanatafuta saa hii, utatokwa. As we say, tunasikianga hizi sayings za siku hizi, if you can't do it, another man will. Finances. So what does it trickle down to? We are not authentic. Hautanipenda because mimi niko low. Utanipenda based on status niko nayo. And this is why these relationships as work. That is why some women wanapigango kwa hizi relationships, but hawawezi toka, natoka ende wapi? Pesa.
So relationships zimekuwa
Transaction is the right word. Very much transactional. Atupendani genuine. Hata ukisikia mwanamke anakupenda, unapenda nini? Because unapenda nini? Although you know I love you, unapenda?
Yes.
Do you love me for me? Ama you love me for what I have? Kesho hii what I have, this security that I'm providing, ikianguka, will you stay with me?
So you'd rather a woman akupende kama hauna anything? Ndio ufeel ni kama anakupenda.
Did you ulisikia wapi? Married men don't fall in love. Amjaisikia hiyo?
Daktari,
allow
you're the longest.
Allow me to expound
Unajua
that.
daktari expound on this so that daktari
Allow me to expound
ajitetee.
that. Society inatuambiangaje if you don't have any, if you are not financially stable as a man, you don't deserve any woman. Sivyo ndio inatuambianga. Nasema tu vitu tunaweza relate nazo ndio tuweze hii conversation iweze kueleweka.
Yeah.
You don't deserve any woman. You are useless. Si ndio? Inatuambianga ufai kuwa na mwanamke kama hauna pesa. Si ni kweli? Sasa zile uko na pesa, same society inataka kukua, sasa inataka kukupanga. What happens? Mimi feel this is my reasoning. Most of the time whatever works. If a man is financially stable, I will urge him to go for a financially stable woman. Dem akona doa akikwambia nakupenda unajuanga ni genuine. In a likely chance kama 90% ni genuine because she does not want you for her security because she's able to provide her own security, anaweza handle shida zake. Mimi pia niko na pesa, yako na pesa. Akiniambia ananitaka, she wants me for companionship. But what do most men do? Hasa amefika point amekuwa financially stable. Akiingia kwa dating market, anajua hawa na wake wote sasa wananiongelesha.
Yeah.
If I didn't have this guy, if I didn't have this lifestyle, majority of them hawangenikubali. So deep down men know, and that is why men find it hard to date like genuinely when they are rich.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Skuli, huyo mecha daktari hata amefanya daktari will give you a chance to also just comment on that. Skuli, I'd love your opinion on splitting gender roles in a relationship. Would it be okay for you, yeah, tukiangalia the traditional way? Najua utaki hizi mambo za traditional kabisa. Wewe umekataa, umesema uko, you know, in 2026 modern age. But let's say we say that unaamka asubuhi, you prepare breakfast for your partner, uamke, you mop the house kama kwa hapo, ufue nguo and all. Would you do that in this day and age?
Kuamka, if ni mimi nimeamka wa kwanza,
Yes.
I wouldn't just by preparing breakfast for one day. Yeah.
Just for one day, lakini si kila siku.
Like, if ni mimi nimeamka wa kwanza, if she does that as well, si ati ni unitumie kama slaves. Bana, hiyo sio kazi yangu.
Ni kazi ya nani? This is what we are talking about.
As a man, bana, you shouldn't do that.
As
a sane man, but
So no, anajicontradict.
You see, you're contradicting yourselves.
like I was trying to say, we can do it together. Mimi nikifua we lins.
See, that's wastage of time. We say, if today I'm handling laundry, I wake up and do laundry just the way my partner does it. If I'm waking up, I'll do breakfast just the way my partner does it. Without wanting, nikipika, ataosha vyombo. Nikifua, atarinse. Just splitting this domestic responsibilities
if I do this
equally.
then fine. Mimi nikifanya hivi wewe fanya hichi. Bas hiyo iko sawa. But sasa the problem we have at this modern age ni unapata like sasa young men wako zile za hapana, mimi venye gukali kwa nafanya lazima nifanye hivyo. Like you are a disgrace to the modern society bwana.
So una prefer.
Hebu muulize aje wezi wakikuja kwa nyumba kama yeye ataambia bibi yake tu tukapigane na wezi. Hebu
that is your work as a man to protect.
So it all trickles down.
The Bible says
everyone has roles.
The
Bible
Everyone
says
has
it.
roles.
The Bible says it.
Yes.
It is your work to protect, like not only your female, not only your wife, hata mkiwa kwa nyumba una protect mamako kama wewe ni boy child. That is the Bible. That is not the traditional culture.
Yeah. But hii kitu ya kuprovide finances, umesema kila mtu alete yake into the basket. This whole idea of proposing, umesema it's okay, a woman proposing to
It is okay. Very much okay actually.
All right. What do you think, Hannah? This is a very, very interesting conversation, yeah? Would you be okay, you know, doing things the traditional woman way? Uamke asubuhi, upikie huyu mwanaume, umtayarishe aende kazi, akirudi apate nyumba ni safi, umempikia and all that.
Okay, in as much as labda nyi wote wawili mnaenda kazi, bado kuna kazi zitabaki kuwa za mwanamke kwa nyumba. Juu sasa nguo ni lazima tu bado utafua. Juu mwanaume pia anafaa kuwa na kazi yake, labda kufyeka nyasi nje. Kuna vitu tu bado zitabaki za mwanamke. lakini vitu zingine it's so petty. Sasa for example umeamka earlier, why don't you just make breakfast? Ni nini hapo inakufanya ukuwe less a man? Sijakwambia hadi uoshe vyombo. You know, there are some things hadi you just do them out of love, out of ni so reasonable. So okay, hapo huwezi sema ati umekaliwa na mwanamke wako. Kwani kupika chai itakufanya nini? Another thing imeongelewa na Collins, ati a woman can stay in marriage ama relationship juu hiyo security ya money. Me actually I don't know, I really okay, si kupiti but I really urge ladies, enda tu kazi. Enda kazi hata kama itakupea very little money, enda tu ukue tu na pesa zako. Itakuwa na lot of respect na uko na lot of freedom. You don't have to ask for anything. Hadi mwanaume kuna pali atakuweka, unaona? Si kila kitu. The pettiest thing uko hapo nisaidie pesa. You don't need to stay in a relationship uko comfortable. Uko na anytime you can get out and go and earn money. Haya, Mata's proposal, I'm still not supporting ladies who are propose. I would say acha the guy afanye hiyo proposal. As a lady utakuwa na reassurance, yeye atakuwa amemark boundary yake, ashaonyesha watu I'm dating this lady. So hayuko in the streets. As a lady utakuwa na fulfillment, sasa amenichagua. What you can do as a lady, proposal inakaa so babyish. Yes. Kufanya to a guy. Maybe just appreciating him once in a while. Yo, Father's Day, okay, for the guys Father's Day. So just randomly, hata kama ni Valentine Day, it is ni both ways. Unaweza mletea gift, anaweza kupeleka date hiyo, lakini mambo proposing no.
Hiyo umekataa.
It is too baby. Haikai kufanywa tu a guy.
Ana amesema nasikia vivi ikifika kwa proposal.
Point yangu kwa hiyo responsibility ilikuwa like we should understand in this modern age that I'm not dating you or I'm not marrying you for you to be my slave. That is exactly the point.
Daktari, married men mmekapata straight leo from Collins. I'd love for you to chime in on that. Have you ever sat down and thought that, hey, if today I didn't have money, then my relationship will be one step away from failure?
Now, fortunately, I've not gone through that. Because as I said, when I got married, I lost my job 2 years. So
You've been there?
Been there. Now, I thank God the person I married was supportive. In fact, I remember I came home and she said, we are to Kopamoja, I'm supporting you. And that's why we are together. Because when I look at the steps that we have gone through the process, I don't think people will do that. But as when it comes to money, even the good book says, a poor man's wisdom is despised. So, if you're a man, kuwa mbele, do as much as you can to be the solid provider. Because even if your wife is 70 and you are 30, I would still say work harder to a place whereby you will slightly be ahead. I'm not saying competition, but work hard and develop in such a way, because the world is ruled, or even the systems, whoever has money rules. That's a reality. Kama uko na less, utakuwa ukisikia ni kama hauko pale kabisa. Na kuna heshima iwezi kuja. Now, when it comes to the boundaries, to the roles, I will say there are roles that a man has to do and there are roles a woman has to do. Now, what makes, let's say, God, is because kuna vitu zingine hawezi fanya. Today we respect the president because there are some things you will not see the president opening a county toilet or a county road. That's the work of probably the MP or the MCA to do that. That gives him a distinction. In a home as well, there are those traditional roles. I would say, instead of traditional, they are God-given roles that a man has to do. That distinct you, it gives you a distinction that you are the man. Now, doing them once, there is no problem. For example, waking up and making breakfast once as a man. But now inakuwaga sasa ati kutoka January mpaka December una make breakfast, una make lunch, unapika supper. Hapo I think there will also there is something that gives you will remove, unless you deep inside you are a chef. Lakini kuna ile unasikiaga vizuri. By the way, wife anakuserve kikombe ya chai hapo, anakuletea kasapa. Hakuna si weakness. It makes a man feel nice.
Yeah.
And also it makes the woman feel good that I'm serving my man. Now when this guy on the other hand, maybe kwa nyumba bulb imetoka. Unajua siku hizi tuko lucky bulbs haziko juu sana. Lakini kuna hao bulb iko juu. Can you imagine now ati your wife umekaa sitting room, wanaume 10 wamekutembelea. Alafu wife ndiye amepanda huko ku change bulb. Hata heshima itaisha. Kuna role tu zimejiandika, we ni mwanaume, badilisha.
Yeah.
Tire, badilisha. I've never allowed my wife to wash a car, clean a car. Sijui kama ni wash ama
Yes,
clean.
potato.
Siwezi imagine tu kwa nje yako na bucket anaosha. I will clean it for her or ask my son to do it. Hizo ni vitu zingine hata zitakuleta aibu kwa estate ama kwa neighborhood. So there are some things you're just supposed to do.
Yeah.
Hizi zingine tuachie. They are ladies, they are graced. And as I say, they are graces. They are graces. Women are graced to go to a salon and stay there for 5 hours. Mwanaume unakaa pale kwa kinyozi at 2 hours, it's almost impossible. You will feel like something is wrong. You want to be there, haircut, 10 minutes. Of course, 30 minutes maybe. But the thing is, I give it for the ladies that they can stay in the salon for a whole day. Lakini sasa mwanaume pia ameingia, sina shida ukishuka nywele. Lakini sasa unakaa huko wewe na wife yako mmekaa huko unashukwa nywele na wife yako anashukwa nywele. Hapo sasa mmeharibu.
Collins, have we got to the point where now as women we have to go to work for us to gain respect from men, the way Hannah puts it? Unaona ameambia wanawake, please go to work, have something for yourself so that you can have some sort of respect. But have we gotten to that point? Because kitambo, I don't think this was an issue. If you worked, kama ulikuwa kwa nyumba, we bora uko hapo, you're living very well with your spouse. But sahi, have we gotten to that point?
Kwa enda ufanye kazi kama mwanamke. As she said, it brings about freedom. If I had a daughter tomorrow, ningemwadvise aje if I was a father, ningemwambia aje. As my daughter, hii mambo ya hapa ku get excited by these small gifts that men give might end up putting you in a very compromising situation. Amka endo jifanyie kazi. Wacha nikwambie, truth be told, in every human being, if everyone was given a chance not to work, as long as everything is provided for, kwenda kazi pia ni ngumu. Inachokesha kuamka kila siku, but juu your system iko lazima kila mtu aende afanye kazi. Wewe unasikiaje kama mwanamke? You have to compromise yourself. Una compromise respect yako juu ya few thousand shillings. Una compromise peace yako juu ya few thousand shillings. Na ukipigwa ukifanya ngoma madharau juu ya pesa. That is what is happening. Lakini mkiambia mfanye kazi mwache kutegemea wanaume. Mnaanza kutuambia sijui bana, amkeni mfanye kazi. Muweze kuona maisha mzuri hata nyinyi wenyewe. Sawa, pesa ya mwanaume na kujanga na lot of strings attached. And we have seen kwa social media, wengine wameuliwa, wengine wamepigwa. Unaelewa kile nakwambia?
That's modern man's money.
No, it's not.
That's a modern man's money. Because I'm trying to kuangalia zile enzi za kitambo, if it used to happen like that too.
But do you understand watu wa kitambo walikuwa genuine? Most of them walianza from umeona journey as Pasi is saying.
Yeah.
Mimi sasa ni kisota ati mwanamke ananiambia naweza nishikilia.
Wewe unataka kupotosha my viewers hapa and I'll chase you out of my show.
Me, I'm speaking from me. Nitaogopa.
Yes.
Let me tell you, majority of the men come from a point of fear.
Yeah.
When I said men would rather sink in debt, do you know why they'd rather sink in debt? They are afraid. Nikiambia bibi yangu sina pesa. Wanaume wengi wanaogopa kwambia dem zao na bibi zao hawana pesa.
Yeah.
As we said, unaambiangwa as ile slogan inasemanga utagongewa. Wanaume wengi wanaogopa. So I would rather sink myself in debt ni protect image yangu kama mwanaume. It is very bad. Ni mbaya. Ni mwecheche.
Sawa. Let's get some more feedback. Are gender expectations killing love? Use the hashtag TV47 breakfast, hashtag story ni yetu 0793267279 is our WhatsApp line. Sheila watching from Kisumu anasema mapenzi ya siku hizi zina pressure mingi sana kutoka social media. That is Sheila. And we also have Anonymous from Nairobi anasema my girlfriend earns more than me and at first ilinifanya insecure but now we've learned to support each other. All right, thank you so much for your feedback this morning. Once again, we're asking you, are gender expectations killing love? Skuli, would you be okay, tukianzia hapo kwa hiyo comment ya mwisho hiyo Anonymous, would you be okay with a woman who is earning more than you? Na mmishi tu na yeye vizuri. Would you be okay? Would you feel insecure venye huyo ametuambia hapo? Ama utakuwa tu sawa?
Earning more than me is not a problem, but supporting me is where the problem comes. As a man,
Yeah.
I don't think as a man you should like unafaa like kukua crybaby kwako, like you have to like you support me. As a man I have to man up venye tu anatuambianga. Yeah, you man up. Alafu kwa point yenye alisema as a female toka nje enda ufanye kazi, I totally agree because there's some respect that comes from it. Like it is not everything that you have to tell your husband or your boyfriend to do for you. Like na akiona vitu zingine unajifanyia then nitakurespect. Taona yenyewe huyu msee sio mimi peke yangu na ana expect from me. Naona. So plus you can't compare a female mwenye amekaa kwa nyumba na mwenye ametoka nje kufanya kazi.
Yeah.
Like their mindset and their thought process is so different.
For real?
Totally different.
How so? How different are they? Kila mda kwa nyumba anasoma vitabu,
anafanya. Ametoka nje. Like huyo amesoma vitabu, it is only on paper. Haizi ifanya nini? Huyo mseta akitoka nje unapatanga ameteseka ama like akona hard time kushinda mwenye ana like akona ka exposure kidogo, ametoka ameonana na wasee, amepata opportunities hivyo.
Daktari, have we gotten to that point where now a woman's respect is tied to whether she's working or not?
No, I would say this. There is dignity in work. There is dignity in work. And somebody, assuming you are married to a man, I'm saying assuming you're married to a man who wants to control or who feels he's in control because he's a provider. Now then you're in danger. Because there's a respect that comes when you know that this person, I cannot treat her anyhowly because she can walk out of this place and live on her own. That builds mutual respect. And I'm a propagator of women to wake up and go and work. Even if you not make millions, have something whereby you can say, my hair, I do it myself. Because when you rely on your man to clothe you from head to toe, there's a time you'll get tired. You see, one thing, your faces are so expensive. Face iko nywele, makeup, alafu ziko different colors, like 5 shades, as we are used to sabuni hata unajipa kwa uso, ama Vaseline. But now somebody begins to tell you, nataka lipstick ya blue na red. Alafu wanasema sijui kuna hizi manywele za macho.
Daktari, si by the time unachukua msichana ushajua hizo vitu.
Ngoja, kuna wengine unajua hata kama anahitajika, we don't know the prices. And these things are done weekly. Sometimes even every day unasikia leo naenda nywele sijui inafanywa tong, sijui siku ingine inakuwa baridi, hii siku ingine sijui siku gani. Hizo vitu mwanaume we go to kinyozi maybe once a week or even sometimes once a month. So when as a woman you are able to support some of those small things, they will bring a level of dignity to your life. Because he said something that is very important. Marriage is not transferring responsibility from your father or from your mother to the husband. Because that's what we are discovering. Some ladies will get married and expect vile babake alikuwa ana provide kila kitu, hivyo ndio itakuwa. I believe marriage is about working together so that you can be able to create a vision that you will leave something for your kids. So have a level of independence whereby if something was to happen, if this man got an injury, there is a way that you can still support this person. So there is dignity for women who go to work and earn something for the family and for themselves.
All right. And looking at biblical roles assigned to Christianity, that, you know, the man is the head of the home, and then the woman, of course, is the helper, they nurture and all. Do you think, Collins, that still holds water in this day and age? Yani, mwanamke anafaa tu help, whatever your vision is. You're the head of the home. Does it still hold water for you from where you sit?
From where I sit? Yes, it still does. At the end of the day, I'm still a man. Na niko na expectations zangu mi mwenyewe as a man, kulingana na vile nimefundishwa. So if I'm not a leader in my house, if I don't take charge, as an expect dem yangu take charge alafu ani it doesn't work like that. Wewe kama mwanaume kuwa mstari wa mbele, wewe ndo unaamua vitu, wewe ndo unapanga vitu. Dem yako anaweza kupatia idea zake, si vibaya, it's allowed. But then as a man, be the mstari wa mbele. And also unaona kama hiyo point hiyo the anonymous hiyo amesema, hiyo point ya dem yake ana pesa mingi kumliko, and they know how to live with each other hivyo.
Yeah.
Is it really a problem dating a woman, especially the modern woman is so empowered? Wasichana wako na pesa siku hizi, driving very big cars. Me is what I'll advise men. Never feel what is the word nataka kutumia, never feel less of a man ukiendea dem ako na pesa kukuliko. Though tunaambiangwa ati endea mtu wa standard yako. Hakuna kitu ka standard. If I know hakuna standard itakukujia. And if you are well connected, nitatumia connections zako pia mi kujijenga. You understand what I'm saying? Sitakubali pia mi kama mwanaume nika in that position whereby my woman has earned for a very long time more than me. Naturally vile tunajua mademu huenda kuchoka. Yani ana pesa mingi. So at times nika akili tu kadogo tu. Wewe muende, usiambiwe ati si type yako. Hakuna kitu kaa si type yako.
Asiogope.
Wewe nimekuona wewe ni type yako.
The worst anazaambiwa ni?
Kwani ataniambia nini? Ataniambia tu no.
Interesting. Hannah, what is your ideal head of the home? Is it the full-time provider, yule mwenye you don't even have to give even 10% of whatever you're giving? Because that is what I assume it looked like kitambo. That the man, you know, is the sole provider of the home. Ni yeye anachunga venye mtakula, watoto watasoma, watoto watafanya hivi na hivi na hivi. Looking at where you sit now and how, you know, the dynamics have changed, times have changed, what is your ideal head of the home?
Personally, okay, anafaa kuwa the man. Lakini venye unajua kuna venye decisions zinamekiangwa in a home ndio ita determine who is the head in real sense. Juu okay, a man anaweza legea, so everything anasema let my wife decide. Aya, ama akwe responsible. Wapata wife ndio anashughulika almost everywhere, kwa the kids, kwa decisions za house. So what can make you not the head? If the woman ndio ata decide kila kitu kwa nyumba, what is making you the head of the house? So it depends na decisions na venye vitu zinakuwa carried out kwa familia ndio ita determine the head. But biblically na venye meshi kwa it's the man, lakini some of them are very responsible. So sasa ni kama ni yeye anapangwa. Depends how responsible you are. And venye una make your decisions.
Right. Skuli, the classical head of the home. Wewe kama wewe, do you think you'd be okay, very okay, ukuwe fully head of the home, wewe ndo kusema kwa nyumba?
I agree with that biblical concept, because a man is the head technically. And if you look out of statistics, like all the marriages and relationships zenye zimefail is because of a woman tried to be the head, ama just a woman alijaribu ku act like a man in that relationship. It never goes anywhere. Like, let me be the man. Decisions tunaketi decisions tunamake. But as a man, if you show me like whatever I say I make sense, ama like it is your call to make, then I'm going to back off kidogo. Unaona? I'll back off, utajiona ni kama wewe ni mwanaume, and it will go nowhere. Because when I like silence kills closeness and connection faster than any fight can do. And women wamezoea just to make men go silent. Because trying to be a man, you just pushing me to stay silent. na imeenda.
Daktari, how do we ensure we don't go too far with that? Even as we, as men now, you try to be the head of the home, to make the rules, and just take your responsibilities seriously, yeah, as the head of the home. Then how do you now ensure that you don't go too far and now look like you're controlling?
Now, I will say being the head does not mean you're a dictator. It's actually somebody who processes even what you hear from your wife. Because the head, if you look at the head, the natural, of course the comparison is with the natural head. If you look at the head, is a place of the seat of reasoning, such that your wife can tell you, why don't we go for this project? Now, your assignment is now to process what she has said, and not just necessarily now begin to say, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. It is analyzing the information that is coming even from your kids, because your kids have got wisdom. So then out of the information that you receive from your wife, from your children, from the surrounding, then you come up with a decision which will ultimately benefit you, benefit your wife, benefit your kids and the coming generations. If you look at the head, it has the eyes. So a man is supposed to be a person who is seeing ahead. It has the nose. There are things you're supposed to smell around and say, this does smell good. You have a mouth. You shape the destiny of your own family by speaking the right things. You have ears. You listen. Now, when the head functions well, the body will support this head and take it to where it wants to go.
Yeah.
Because I hear people say the woman is the neck. You're not the neck. You are the entire part of everything. You are the legs, you are the hands, and that's why the support. So when the head is thinking right, the entire body will agree and go in the right direction. So if you're going to make rules, make them in collaboration. You see, like today when we look at the president being the head of this country, he doesn't just wake up in the morning and say, this is the constitution. He consults the governors, the MPs, the MCAs, everybody contributes. So the head is supposed to be that person who eventually, when you're signing that bill in your home, you have heard from every side and you make a decision that aligns very well with the vision of the entire family.
All right. As we wind up this conversation, Collins, I'll start with you. Do you think, or do you see us going back to the traditional way of loving, or should we? Should we is the question. Should we go back to the traditional way of loving where, things were not complicated, there was nothing being transactional about, everything was soft?
Okay. Well, how will this is all land side. For example, what is happening currently in 2026?
Yeah.
People want to be loved. Don't want to fall in love. They just want to know how it feels loving genuinely. But what is not working right now is that we are looking for that 90s love in 2026. Should we go back to it? It makes sense kama utapata mtu genuine. Saa zingine mimi guess kwenye lifika saa vile alisema pasi, wacha nikanda Mungu ataniambia ataniongelesha. Because haiwezi make decision hivyo. Remember our parents wao walianzananga wengi wao primary, high school, campus, and it worked. Sisi hatuwezi. I don't know. I will just say it all trickles down to if you find a genuine partner. Hakuna shida going back to that 90s love.
What do you think, Hannah? Should we go back to the 90s traditional ways of loving?
I think I can support Collins on that cause. Now, if we go back to the 90s love, it means that social media is not here and it's high determine what really love is. So, hakuna hiyo pressure. So, you love the person genuinely, unapenda the person, not the things that are coming. Okay, the advantages coming with that love. So, yes, I think we can go back to it. Social media seems like the problem here.
All right. Schoolie, wind it up for us. What do you think? Should we go back?
If it means being loved for whom I am, not for what I provide and for what I perform, then yes.
All right. Daktari, pia unataka kuchime in on that one. Should we chime in basi? Tuambie, should we go back to the traditional ways of loving? Wewe kama longest serving member of the marriage community.
Hatuwezi rudi nyuma kwa sababu things are changing. But I think we need still to be so real. The thing is, be real to you. If you meet a person, let them know who you are and your expectations. let's be genuine. Let's not be fake. That's the only thing that will make it work. Kama sina, na kama niko nayo, then that will help.
All right, that's a beautiful place to wrap up the show this morning. Thank you so much, Collins, Daktari, and Skuli, and of course, Hannah, for making time for us to have this conversation. Are gender expectations killing love? That is the conversation you're having this morning on Relationship Wednesday. And we want to continue this conversation on our socials, TV47 Kenya, on Facebook and on YouTube, on XP at TV47 Digital. Be sure to tag me at Annie_Dida. Our WhatsApp line PA is active 24/7, 0793267279. That's our WhatsApp line. Now, we want to take a very short break, but before we do, we want to cross over to Milimani Law Courts, where the Rigathi Gachagua impeachment case, that is the former deputy president impeachment case, is currently ongoing. Today's witness, Dr. Gikonyo, that is his doctor, is already at the court, ready to testify or to make his, witness stand with regard